Okay, here I am at Lake Velencei, just outside of Budapest, only just under an hour outside of the city by train from Déli Pályaudvar, and welcome to another Running Club Hungary video. Today I'll be running around the whole of the lake, which is 30 kilometers, with the target of one of the Strava segments that does 26 kilometers of the route. Lake Velencei is a lovely lake and definitely worth your visit. You don't need to go all the way to Lake Balaton to have a really nice time by some water. The weather is absolutely beautiful today, if a little bit chilly, so let's go! And I was off. I'd warmed up and started on the Velencei Tó Madnem Corbe 26.2 kilometer segment. I'll put the name somewhere around here so you can find it yourself on Strava. It's 26.2 kilometers, which circumnavigates almost the entirety of the lake, only skipping the eastern section that is the most developed. I'm guessing that's to ensure that you have a good time, possibly because it might be busy, but also because it's also the place where there is the most temptation with stands with hake, with chips, burgers, beer, ice cream, all of the things that would distract a focused and achieving athlete from their goal. So what was my goal? Well, my goal was to complete the 26 kilometers in 2 hours and 12 minutes. This run was one of the bigger runs that I'd targeted since having COVID. And also the one with an actual time that I was targeting. So I may have slightly underdone the bar, but let's see if I was able to get all the way around the 26 kilometers with a pace of around 5-minute kilometers. Lake Velencei is a really interesting place to come and visit. I knew the route quite well after multiple times cycling around the route, but that was on a bike and not necessarily the experience that would help me with my run. Lake Velencei itself is the third largest lake in Hungary. Now, if you know what the other two largest lakes in Hungary are, please stay in the comments below. I'm most interested actually in lake number 2 on that, because I've not yet had a chance to go there. Now please, if you've been to this mysterious second largest lake, please tell me what it's like to run around or to cycle around. I hear there is a new cycle path, which is going to be quite exciting if I get there during the summer. So, as Hungary's third largest lake, it is rife in the summer months with holiday accommodation, opportunities for food and drink, and a number of water activity centres. Some sections are quite run down, as you saw at the start when I'm warming up, but this gives it a rough around the edges feel and doesn't actually detract too much from the experience of going to the lake. Lake Velencei comes to life in the summer months, a bit like other parts of the country, as a key tourist destination for the whole of the country. Quiet trams in the winter and outside of the major tourist days. Lake Velencei is an incredibly calm and relaxing experience, with the bustle of reeds, the chattering of ducks and of other wildlife being the sort of the height of activity that you'll find. It's an interesting lake because it's also one of Europe's warmest lakes, which can get water temperatures up to 28 degrees centigrade. So you get a dip in Lake Velencei in the summer and it's almost as if you've gone to a spa. With those warm temperatures, it may not surprise you to hear that despite its size, it has, in recorded history, dried up around 14 times. The last one being in the 18th century, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Maybe if you know better, comments. So back to the route. The route itself is predominantly flat, only the northern section having any kind of incline. The rest being almost as flat as a pancake. For the most part, it's an incredibly easy route to follow, just circumnavigating, going around the lake. But because of old routes, paths, and some tiny sections of bad signposting, you might find yourself at junctions not quite knowing where to go. But to be honest, don't worry about this. The lake should just be on your right hand side, and if it stays there for the most part, you are doing the right thing. So as you arrive towards the hillier section on the northwest and northern shore of this route, you also come to some of the most interesting parts for nature lovers. There is the Velencei Bird Sanctuary, which is just before the little village of Pakózod. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrect, I'll put it up there somewhere maybe. And then you go to the Pakózod Sukuru Arboretum and Game Park, which is a lovely little section, but it also is the hilliest part of the route. After that, it's all downhill, nice and flat, towards the end, kind of. And you'll see when you go. On this day, I had new shoes. These are the Saucony Endorphin Speeds, which are an absolutely amazing shoe, one that I've grown to love in recent weeks as basically a speedy everyday shoe. There are loads of great reviews online, so just YouTube, just search YouTube for that. I could do a quick review, which will be essentially to say that they are great. They may feel a bit strange when you first put them on, owing to the decrease in stack height as you get to the forefoot of the shoe, but once you get used to them and the first time you try and pick up the pace, you find they are incredibly comfortable, really speedy, and absolutely dreamy when it comes to longer runs. The cushioning just does a great job at making sure that your feet do not get an absolute pounding.
There it is. Yeah, do it.
Yeah. So what did these new shoes do for me? Well, I absolutely smashed my planned time by 20 whole minutes, which was amazing. I actually came second on the segment, which again, I wasn't expecting. It turns out my fitness was better than I thought. It still meant that there was one person just above me, and I was only out by a very small amount of time. So I do plan to go back to this segment. I personally love Lake Velencei. It is a smaller and more comfortable distance than running all the way around the two bigger lakes. It gives you that sense of space and also of freedom that you may not get when you're running in the city, but also just like along many of the best routes in Budapest, for road runners it is for the most part flat and easy to follow, so you don't have to worry too much about getting lost. The segment that I've described today, and I will show in the description below, is one that is eminently grabbable. If I'm able to push towards the top of it, then anyone can. So I truly believe you can go back there, and I would love to see somebody getting in there before I do and taking the best time. So finally, if you go with family or with friends who are non-runners, or even if you just want to go for a nice trip away, Lake Velencei is a great place to go and visit. If only for all those naughty things that us runners probably should stay away from. The hick, the fries, the ice cream, the beer, the burgers, and all those things that will be great at the end of a run. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share and subscribe. If you have any comments, any things to suggest to improve these videos, please do. Any places in Hungary where you think I should cover, then comment below. I'm gonna be at your beck and call. If there's someone you've always been intrigued by, a route that you've always wanted to do, but you would like to have a little bit more information about it before you go, just tell me. I may have already done it, and I'll be able to get a video out on that pretty quickly. Once again, thank you for your support. Go to runningclub.hu, go onto our Strava group, have a look on Twitter for us, and also to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you very much.